When it comes to China trip, some people are very upset. You see the chip is still stuck in the neck and so on. Yes, we are not saying that we are better than others in everything, but many fields in China are indeed the most advanced in the world. Even our chips are breaking through at a very fast speed. At the beginning, how many people thought that the lithography machine could not be produced in China? As a result, in just a few years, hasn't our Harbin Institute of Technology conquered the EUV light source technology, the core technology of high-end lithography machines? Although there is still a long way to go before industrial application, the Dutch Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister has already been forced to come to China to please China. China's progress in some fields is supported by strong technology and industry. Zhang Hao will tell his comrades about the latest major cases here, for them to collect and forward, so as to face those who lack self-confidence. Zhongguancun is now holding the Zhongguancun Forum. According to the Daily Economics Report, the forum is co-sponsored by the Ministry of Science and Technology, the National Development and Reform Commission, the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, the State-Owned Asset Supervision and Administration Commission of the State Council, the Chinese Academy of Sciences, the Chinese Academy of Engineering, the China Association for Science and Technology, and the Beijing Municipal Government. With the theme of open cooperation and shared future. The reporter had an interview with He Kebin, an academician of the Chinese Academy of Engineering. During the interview, academician he disclosed a big news that our country will build a virtual power plant. What? Virtual power plant? Can power plants be virtual? Yes, this is internet thinking. But also mobile internet thinking. So, what is a virtual power plant? After reading the interview, I found out that academician he said that we should vigorously develop new energy sources such as wind and light, but these new energy sources are volatile because they are naturally generated. To smooth out this volatility, we must develop energy storage. What the reporter meant was whether we can only develop centralized energy storage. In this case, academician he disclosed our virtual power plant plan, and the capital Beijing has even started to make local standards for virtual power plants. What exactly is a virtual power plant? Everyone knows that in the past, we had to generate electricity according to demand, that is, how much electricity was used, and the problem of unbalanced regional power generation was solved through smart grid dispatching. However, solar power and wind power are not coal power. Solar power and wind power are uncontrolled, so there is no place to store the electricity generated by solar power and wind power, and it is not used up after intelligent scheduling, so the excess power will be wasted. How to solve this problem? Our country came up with the idea of building a virtual power plant. We all know that new energy vehicles are developing very fast in our country. By the end of 2022, the number of cars in my country will reach 319 million, of which the number of new energy vehicles will reach 13.1 million, a year-on-year increase of 67.13%. According to the current speed, the number of newly added new energy vehicles in my country will reach nearly 10 million or even more than 10 million every year, and the replacement trend of new energy vehicles for traditional vehicles is inevitable. If a car can store 30 kilowatt hours of electricity, 100 million cars will be 3 billion kilowatt hours, which is equivalent to the power generation of the Three Gorges Dam for more than 10 days. In this way, we can creatively store electrical energy in the storage battery of the car, and the storage scale is also very large. The country adjusts the electricity price by formulating standards and using the market mechanism. If the electricity price changes every hour, it will guide electric vehicle owners to sell electricity at a high price when the wind and rain resources are insufficient, and charge the electric vehicle at a low electricity price when there is a surplus of electricity. In this way, electric car owners can earn the price difference through market means, so as to smooth out the peaks and valleys of electricity consumption, thereby solving the energy storage problem of wind and solar power. Academician he said that if the weather predicts that it will rain in the next 3 days, the price of photovoltaic electricity may rise, and car owners can fully charge their electric vehicles in advance. In a way, this is also a means of carbon neutrality. Some people may say, what's so great about this? This is not only remarkable, but also very remarkable. It is a real leader that no country, including the United States, can match. Why do you say that? There are 4 reasons. First, China is both leading in technology and industry in the field of new energy vehicles. China's new energy vehicle technology is the world's leading, which has been fully proved by the market. In fact, in today's world, China and the United States are truly at the forefront of new energy vehicle technology. The reason why China is at the forefront of the world is that since the 1990s, our great scientist Jian Suisun suggested to the central leadership to develop new energy vehicles. He thought it was a strategic opportunity for us to overtake on curves, and the central government finally accepted it. With Mr. Jian's suggestion, today's electric vehicle technology is leading the world. Because of Tesla, the United States is also leading in the field of new energy vehicles, but unlike China's leadership, Tesla's leadership is only the leadership of Tesla, not the leadership of the entire industry in the United States. Otherwise it will not be happened that Tesla was unable to an annual production capacity of 100,000 vehicles in the United States, and finally had to invest in China. China's new energy vehicles are not only leading in technology, but also leading in the industry. For example, the United States does not have a car battery industry, and in the global power battery market in 2022, Chinese power battery companies occupy 6 of the top 10 seats, and their market share continues to increase, accounting for a total of 60.4% of the global market share, compared with 2021. The 48.2% in 2019 has risen sharply. Second, China has a large enough market and a huge number of cars. China is the world's largest auto market, the largest auto manufacturing country, and China's car ownership is the largest in the world. Now we have more than 300 million cars, and it will exceed 400 million or even 500 million in the future. If the 4 to 5 billion vehicles are all new energy vehicles, it means that we can store more than 10 billion kilowatt hours of electricity, which is equivalent to the electricity of the Three Gorges Dam for more than a month. If the more than 10 billion kilowatt hours of electricity are supplied to the whole country in the future, it will allow the whole country to use it for 10 hours. You can imagine how powerful this regulation is. Third, China's wind power, photovoltaic power generation technology and industry are both leading. Why does China need energy storage? Because our new energy power generation is now the world's leading. China's leadership is not only due to China's global technology leadership in wind power and photovoltaic power generation, the key is that our industry is also a global leader, and it is a double lead. In the past 10 years, my country's installed capacity of wind power and photovoltaic power generation accounted for more than 1/3 of the world's total, ranking first in the world for many years in a row. More importantly, my country has a vast territory and is rich in wind power and photovoltaic resources. This will greatly improve my country's energy security and reduce energy costs. It is also the main reason why we need to expand energy storage. Fourth, China's smart grid is developed. China has the world's most advanced smart grid technology, which is much more advanced than that of the United States and the West. Many people may not know that China's smart grid technology will throw in blocks of power grids in the United States and the West. Many people may not know an important piece of information. The company that ranks first in patents in China is not Huawei, but State Grid. China's UHV and smart grid technologies have brought China to the forefront of the world in terms of energy security. With the support of such an advanced smart grid, China is still building a virtual power plant, which shows that the overall technological progress of our country is faster than that of the United States and the West, and our market demand and development potential are also greater. Just imagine, if there is no global leadership in these industries, where would we have the opportunity to make so many achievements? China has another new energy plan and energy storage plan, which sounds even more shocking. In Western China, there are a large number of desert areas. The total area of deserts in China is about 700,000 square kilometers. If including the Gobi of more than 500,000 square kilometers, the total area is as high as 1.28 million square kilometers, accounting for 13% of the country's total land area. These lands usually do not have any economic output, and the cost of greening is also high. Now the situation is different. We only need to cover these deserts with solar panels, and then through UHV and smart grids, we can deliver this electricity to thousands of households. Some people have calculated that we only need to cover 1% of the desert area with solar energy, which is enough for the people of the whole country to use electricity. Obviously, it is still technically difficult to deploy solar energy on a large scale in the desert, but the most important thing is that the cost of solar panels is high and it is not cost effective. Now, the price of solar panels is dropping rapidly, and the difficulty of construction and technology is being solved. This will be a very big opportunity in the future. In the future, if we really build large-scale solar power plants in our western deserts and Gobi deserts, and then we transmit these powers to the central and eastern regions through UHV, our carbon neutrality will be realized, and our energy security will be guaranteed. Will be better in your own hands. However, there is another new problem here, which is the problem of energy storage. The power generation cannot be used up during the day, and it is not enough at night. What to do? According to reports, we are working on reservoir energy storage technology, which is to use redundant electric energy to pump low-level water to high-level reservoirs during the day, so that energy is stored in the reservoir. At night, we release water from a high place to generate electricity, thereby releasing energy. Take a look, isn't this idea shocking? This is the great China. Frankly speaking, with such a vibrant China, of course that classic car from the United States can't keep up with it, so it is desperately trying to stumbling, smearing, and suppressing China. However, the result of what he is doing now is that all countries are instead of being renounced. It has to be said that the era of the United States is passing, and its hegemony has collapsed. The Taklamakan Desert, once known as the Sea of Death, is eager to hear the sound of train whistles while the desert roads are gradually intertwined into a network. The Taklamakan Desert cannot live without railways forever. Click to listen to the full text. For a better experience, please click to read WeChat. Number 265, TNSI/text. School/a humanist dog painting /the windcatcher /Geo Valley. Known as the Sea of Death, the Taklamakan Desert is located in the Tarim Basin in northwest China. The Taklamakan Desert is the 10th largest desert in the world and the second largest mobile desert in the world, with an area of 330,000 square kilometers. Perennial drought and water shortage, strong winds all year round, and huge temperature difference between day and night. The superposition of various unfavorable factors makes this desert deserted, which is also a common feature of most desert areas. Overlooking the Taklamakan Desert from a satellite. It also led to a substantial increase in the cost of road construction. Via Shutterstock. The natural conditions in the desert are extremely dangerous, making it impossible to cross the desert for a long time. Why is it said that crossing the desert is a fantasy? Not to mention other factors, just the means of transportation. For a long time, camels have been the only means of transportation in desert areas, so they are called desert boats. The size of camels, although compared to humans, is already very tall and strong. But camels are, after all, living flesh and blood. Relying entirely on camels for travel has too many limitations. Via Shutterstock. Later, humans invented desert-specific vehicles. The structure of the desert special vehicle is fully adapted to driving in the desert without road conditions, and has the passenger or cargo function of an ordinary car. But the disadvantage is that the manufacturing difficulty of desert special vehicles is higher than that of ordinary vehicles, and the cost of use is relatively high, which is neither economical nor convenient. Desert off-road vehicles need at least four-wheel drive to get stuck in quicksand, and higher configurations need six-wheel drive, which poses a great challenge to the drive system and chassis stability. Via Shutterstock. It is possible to travel short distances in the desert with a special desert vehicle, but it is obviously unrealistic to rely entirely on it to cross the Taklamakan Desert, which is 400 kilometers wide from north to south and 1,000 kilometers long from east to west. After all, deep in the desert there are no gas stations if you run out of fuel. Unfortunately, desert-specific vehicles consume more fuel than ordinary vehicles. Must try to cross the desert. But we must somehow make our way across the Taklamakan Desert, whose depths hold treasures. Due to the successive discovery of resources such as oil and natural gas, the Sea of Death has gradually become the Sea of Hope. Since the 1950s, my country has carried out oil and gas resource exploration in the Tarim Basin in a planned way. The predecessors of the petroleum industry have the grand ambition of I will contribute oil to the motherland, and successively explored in the Kuka Depression of the Tarim Basin. The Southwest 5 large-scale oil and gas surveys and exploration battles have been carried out in the Depression, but due to factors such as complex geological conditions, backward technical equipment, and national petroleum strategy adjustments, only a few small ones such as Yuki Creek and Kekia have been Discovered. Oil and gas fields have experienced a tortuous course of 5 UPS and 5 downs. Oil workers working overtime in winter. From the end of the 1970s to the beginning of the 1980s, in accordance with the strategic plan of stabilizing the East and developing the West of the onshore oil industry, China stepped up the development of oil and gas fields in the hinterland of the Western Desert, shifting the focus of oil development to the Tarim Basin. It was also in the early 1980s that the former Ministry of Petroleum cooperated with the American Geophysical Corporation to complete 19 large regional seismic sections running through the north and south of the Tarim Basin, basically ascertaining the basin's 3 uplifts and 4 depressions geological structure pattern, and completing the first round of resource evaluation has laid a good foundation for the new round of oil battle. In September 1984, a blowout occurred at Chicken 2 well between Luntai County and Kluka County in the northern part of the Taklamakan Desert. People were full of surprises and strengthened their confidence in finding large oil fields. Since then, high-yield oil and gas have been found in London and Yingmili successively. Flow. In April 1989, the former China National Petroleum Corporation established the Tarim Petroleum Exploration and Development Headquarters in Korla, Xinjiang, and mobilized elite soldiers from the National Oil Front to carry out the 6th Upper Tarim Oil Conference and achieve fruitful results. 6th Upper Tarim, many young people voluntarily joined the battlefield for their family and country. From 1989 to 1990, oil and gas were discovered successively in Well London 2, Well Tashong 1, and Well Tashong 4. On this basis, a strategic breakthrough was made in the exploration and development of oil and gas in the Tarim Basin, roughly forming today's London oil field and Tashong oil field. Pattern. Since then, the oil and gas resources in the Tarim Basin have become more abundant. Distribution of oil and gas fields in the Tarim Basin. Today's London oil field. Via Shutterstock. If you want to develop such a rich resource, you must have stable and reliable transportation conditions as a support. At this time, the need to build the Taklamakan Desert Highway, originally called the Tarim Desert Oil Highway, was on the agenda. In order to develop the rich oil and natural gas resources in the hinterland of the Taklamakan Desert, shorten the distance from Urumqi to Hotan and other areas, and speed up the poverty alleviation of residents on the southern edge of the Tarim Basin, a plan to build a special passage was born, which is Luntai to Minfan Desert, the past life of the highway. As early as November 1989, the feasibility study meeting for desert road construction was held in Korla, a network of desert roads. At present, there are more than 1 roads that directly cross the Taklamakan Desert, but the Luntai-Minfan Desert Road was the first to start construction. The Taklamakan Desert Highway in a narrow section goes to the Luntai-Minfan Desert Highway via Shutterstock. In May 1991, the feasibility report of the Tarim Desert Petroleum Highway Engineering Technology Research passed the expert demonstration. The project was officially included in the National 8th Five-Year Plan Key Scientific and Technological Project in October 1991, with a planned investment of 594 million yuan. Pay attention to the price level at that time. Construction began in March 1993, and on July 12, 1994, the 219-kilometer desert road from Xiaotang to Tashong No. 4 well was completed, but this does not mean that the entire project has been completed. In September 1994, in order to support the economic development of the southern region of southern Xinjiang, the State Council decided that the desert road should be connected from north to south. At the beginning of 1995, the construction of a 227-kilometer desert road from Tashong No. 4 well to Minfan began. On September 6, 1995, the Luntai-Minfan Desert Road was fully connected. Printed with the promotional slogan of PetroChina. Via Shutterstock. It has to be said that it is a miracle to complete the construction of a desert road with a total length of more than 400 kilometers in just over 2 years. It turned out that engineers and technicians made full use of a wonderful characteristic of sand and innovative construction methods. Loose sand has very poor compressive strength, but fixed sand is extremely strong, surpassing clay. Therefore, during the construction process, the sand was first pushed out of the roadbed shape, then wrapped and fixed with geotextiles, and then vibrated and compacted. The compressive strength of the roadbed after dry vibration compaction exceeded that of ordinary roadbeds and reached the level of the national standard. More than half times. After the roadbed process is completed, it is necessary to lay stones on the roadbed, and because of such a high-strength roadbed, the thickness of the required stone layer is reduced by about half. Via Shutterstock. This construction method was later summed up and named as the strong foundation and thin surface method. In order to prevent wind and fix sand, there are special sand control projects besides the road body project. Sand fixation technologies such as reed fences and reed grids can give full play to their effects, and are currently at the leading level of similar technologies in the world. The dense grass grid beside the road is the necessary protection for sand fixation and road protection. Via Shutterstock. The completion of the Taklamakan Desert has shortened the distance from Urumqi, the capital of Xinjiang, to Hotan by 500 kilometers. It is called the Happy Road by the people of Hotan. In addition to this road, there is no road at home and abroad that crosses the mobile desert for more than 100 kilometers. There is no doubt that this highway is currently the longest grade highway running through a fluid desert in the world. This road section has been incorporated into National Highway 216 in 2014 and has become an integral part of the National Truck Road Network. Via Shutterstock. With the accumulated experience of the Taklamakan Desert Highway, the construction of the Taklamakan Desert Highway, completed in 2007, the Taskong No. 1 well to Kayamo Desert Highway, completed at the end of 2018, and the Desert Road from Uli to Kayamo, of which the Desert Road from Uli to Kayamo was fully completed on September 25, 2020, and will be fully open to traffic next year. When road lines are gradually intertwined in the Taklamakan Desert like a ribbon, the benefits it produces are not only economic, but also social. The main highway passing through the Taklamakan Desert, the dotted line indicates that it has not been completed and open to traffic. Longing to hear the train whistle. The advantage of road transport is flexibility and maneuverability, but the disadvantages are also obvious. The volume of single vehicles is relatively small, and the consumption of manpower and material resources is high, especially in the process of long-distance transport, which is even more unsuitable. Compared with road transportation, railway transportation has a large volume and good continuity, and is more capable of long-distance transportation. It also has certain advantages in terms of speed, referring to the speed in transit, regardless of the transit link. In middle school geography textbooks, railways are often compared to economic arteries, which is not unreasonable. The Taklamakan Desert, once known as the Sea of Death, is eager to hear the sound of train whistles while the desert roads are gradually intertwined into a network. The Taklamakan Desert cannot live without railways forever. For some remote villages, it cannot be like this forever. Via Shutterstock. In fact, there have long been railways on the edge of the Taklamakan Desert. For example, the Kahe Railway from Kashgar to Hotan, and the Hara Railway from Hami South Station to Lopner have already reached the edge of the Taklamakan Desert. But until the first half of 2014, there was no railway directly passing through the hinterland of the Taklamakan Desert. It wasn't until the plan for the Giga Railway from Galma to Korla that the hinterland of the Taklamakan Desert was about to usher in a dragon that could bring health for the first time. Cameroon Railway. Via Shutterstock. The Giga Railway being laid. From ChinaNews.com. At the end of 2014, the Giga Railway from Korla to Galma started. Korla is located in the middle of Xinjiang. The economic center is very important, and it is also one of the transportation hubs in Xinjiang. National Highway 218 leads to Yining City through here, and then leads to Central Asia. Galma is located in the hinterland of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, and is the intersection of Qinghu Railway, planning, Qinghai Tibet Railway, Gitun Railway, under construction, and Dung Highway. After the completion of the two new railways, Galma will become a core transportation hub connecting Xining, Lhasa, Dunhuang, and Korla. The main line of the Giga Railway is 1,214.6 kilometers long, including 708 kilometers in Xinjiang and 503.9 kilometers in Qinghai Province, with a design speed of 120 kilometers per hour. The line starts from Galma in Qinghai Province, goes westward through Mutumiran, Gansan, and Huaydagu, crosses the Altun Mountain, and then passes through Milan, Ruokiang, and Yuli in the Xinjiang Autonomous Region to Korla. It is the second major railway channel between mainland China and Xinjiang. Across provinces and regions, connecting hubs, dotted line indicates that it has not been completed and open to traffic. Via Shutterstock. Its completion is of great significance for improving the framework of the railway network in northwest my country, promoting exchanges between the west and the inland, promoting the economic and social development of Xinjiang and Qinghai provinces, strengthening the unity of ethnic areas and consolidating national defense security. After the completion of the Giga Railway, the traffic pressure on the Lanzhou-Xinjiang Railway will be greatly relieved, and the travel time from Korla to Galmat will be shortened from 26 hours by car shuttle bus to about 12 hours by passenger train. On July 1, 2020, the Qinghai section of the Giga Railway was officially open to traffic, and the Xinjiang section is not far from opening to traffic. Via Shutterstock. The demand for railways in the Tarim Basin is insatiable. The railway is still under construction. Planning for the Harrier Railway from Ruoqiang, the intermediate station of the Giga Railway, to Hotan has begun. Ruoqiang County is the main route of the ancient Silk Road, and now it has become a railway intersection. At the end of 2018, Harrier Railway officially started construction. Harrier Railway officially started construction. Via Shutterstock. The minimum curb radius of the Harrier Railway has reached 1600 m, which means that its operating speed may be increased to 140 km per hour. After Harrier Railway is completed, Hejiga Railway, under construction, Nanjiang Railway, open to traffic, and Tahe Railway, open to traffic, will form a circular railway network around the Taklamakan Desert. The old and new railways surround the Taklamakan Desert. The dotted line indicates that it has not been completed and open to traffic. Integrated Transportation Network. The goal of modern transportation is to establish a comprehensive and unified transportation system. The 5 major modes of transportation, including road, railway, air, water, and pipeline, should each perform their duties and play a role together. The construction of transportation facilities in the Taklamakan Desert is no exception. Now the road network in the Taklamakan Desert has been formed, and the circular railway network around the Tarim Basin is also under construction. We have reason to believe that the increasingly convenient transportation will bring more hope to the Taklamakan Desert, which has been called the Sea of Death since ancient times. In the Six Patriarchs' Altar Sutra, the issue of sudden and gradual is a major issue throughout the book. It is around this problem that the Sixth Patriarch started his life teaching. Therefore, those who study Zen must have a clear understanding of this issue. The Shurangama Sutra says, the principle leads to sudden enlightenment, and things must be resolved suddenly. Under the teachings, sudden enlightenment is called seeing the way, and under the sect it is called enlightenment. Seeing the Tao and being enlightened is a matter of an instant. In the Six Patriarchs' Altar Sutra, the so-called I have been ignorant of the scriptures for a long time, but enlightenment is an instant. A few days ago, a Zen practitioner raised the question of the 3 levels of Zen Buddhism. 3 passes actually means that in terms of seeing the Tao and the realm of comprehension, there is a problem of order of depth and level. The ancient patriarchs have said how many times of great enlightenment and how many times of small enlightenment. It can be seen that although enlightenment is the sudden realization of the Buddha nature and the reality of karmic dharmas, it still has a problem of depth, and it is not 100 enlightenments. The kind of thorough enlightenment that can be realized once and for all can only be found in the realm of Buddha. Shakyamuni Buddha saw the stars at night under the Bodhi tree, and suddenly realized the truth of the universe and life, and thus started his 49 years of teaching. So, what is enlightenment? Enlightenment is a big breakthrough and a big leap in life. The great breakthrough and great leap of life can only be achieved through the great struggle of life. Without the great struggle of life, it is impossible to have a big breakthrough and a big leap in life. Enlightenment, whether it is under the teaching or under the sect, since it happens in an instant, it should be said that there is only sudden, not gradual, the so-called sudden realization of Buddha nature. Suddenly seeing the Buddha nature means suddenly seeing the Buddha nature, just like the lightning in the sky. Disappeared. Regarding enlightenment, if it is related to fellow practitioners, there is gradual cultivation and epiphany, and there is sudden enlightenment and gradual cultivation. It should be said that cultivation is always advancing and improving gradually. The only difference is whether there is gradual cultivation followed by sudden enlightenment, or sudden enlightenment followed by gradual cultivation. Like the Sixth Patriarch, he attained enlightenment first and then gradually. Regarding the relationship between sudden enlightenment and gradual cultivation, we can use an analogy to illustrate. At night, we came to a lecture hall, the lights inside were not turned on, and it was pitch black. To see clearly what was inside, the first thing we had to do was to find the power source. Switch. So what is enlightenment? It's like finding the power switch of this lecture hall. Since we are new arrivals, we are not familiar with the structure and layout of this lecture hall. In this case, we can only feel here and there, and look here and there. This process of touching and searching is similar to what we call gradual cultivation. When we found the power switch and pressed it, the whole lecture hall suddenly brightened up. It's an instant thing. This moment is what we call epiphany. Of course, the actual enlightenment is not so simple, this is just a metaphor. Enlightenment, in essence, is to find the practice path leading to liberation, so the teacher calls it seeing the way. Seeing the Tao has three meanings. 1. Refers to the boundary. Through hard work, one sees the self-nature, has a practical experience, and has a kind of enjoyment. The Tao here can be experienced as a realm. 2. Point to the road. Before we are enlightened, we don't know whether the path of practice we are taking is correct or not, and we are very confused. Once we are enlightened, it is like turning on the light switch, and we know which path to take and how to enter the hall, and we know it very well in our hearts. 3. Refers to the method. After finding the way, there is still a question of how to go on this way. Strictly speaking, the real practice begins after seeing the Tao. Before that, it all belonged to the exploration stage, but this exploration stage is indispensable. At the same time, after enlightenment, it is not a one-step process, and there is still a long process of practice. Whether it is gradual enlightenment or sudden enlightenment, after enlightenment, it takes a long time to practice. After the 16th patriarch became enlightened, he lived in seclusion for 16 years, which was actually a gradual process of cultivation. After enlightenment, one does not come out to spread the Dharma right away. One has to gradually eliminate one's habitual tendencies and dilute one's troubles in specific living environments, and there is a process of keeping one's post. This is the so-called cultivation after enlightenment, which is also the process of cultivating the Tao as the teacher said. Only by seeing the Tao and cultivating the Tao can one finally achieve the Tao without learning. Without the process of cultivating the Tao, it is impossible to obtain real liberation. Therefore, if there is any difference between Zen and Jiaoxia, it is only in the way of seeing the Tao, which is more straightforward than that of Jiaoxia. As for the process and order of practicing Tao, there is no fundamental difference. Because Zen is, after all, a sect of Buddhism, an organic part, it has many things in common with other sects. To say that Zen is completely different from other sects actually means that Zen is not Buddhism. Therefore, when looking at the relationship between Zen Buddhism and other sects under Buddhism, we should not artificially create opposition, and we should not artificially suppress one or promote the other. In fact, in essence, there is no question of suddenness and gradualness in Buddhism. It is just that the root mechanism of all living beings is different. Therefore, when we understand and study the Tan Sutra, we must establish a concept, that is, enlightenment is always a matter of a moment, and enlightenment is not a one-time enlightenment. Process of continuous improvement. Zen Buddhism also mentioned that cultivation before enlightenment is often blind, and only cultivation after enlightenment is true cultivation. At this point, you may have a question: how many people who study Zen can become enlightened in this era? How many people can enter the stage of true cultivation? I have studied Zen for most of my life and have not yet realized it. Is it a waste of effort? The problem cannot be looked at in such a simple way, because enlightenment is different from enlightenment and enlightenment. Enlightenment is the actual experience, and enlightenment is our intellectual understanding of the path and method of practice. We cannot achieve enlightenment all at once, but we can achieve enlightenment, which is also very important for our practice. Therefore, we should always get close to good teachers, study Buddhism, and strive to have a correct and thorough grasp of Buddhism intellectually. This is called going deep into the scriptures. Wisdom is like the sea. In the Six Patriarchs Altar Sutra, in fact, in essence, I have studied Zen for most of my life and have not yet realized it.